Hi, folks. We're going to try again. I already made this video, but I forgot to swing my microphone around, so it was really quiet. And you guys deserve nothing but at least mediocre to mediocre plus audio quality in these videos. So I want to make a quick video about doing homework on Blackboard. I've posted the first two homework assignments. They're both pretty short. The homework assignments tend to be pretty short in this class, but I want to go over how we use Blackboard as a way to do the homework in this course. You've probably used things like My Math Lab or any of the WebAssign style products from Brooks Cole or Cengage or other publishers. And those things are designed to do homework. So they do cool stuff like allowing you to submit only part of an assignment or keeping track of your answers so you don't have to submit again. Blackboard is not made for homework. It's made to do lots of other great stuff that we use it for in this class. We also force it to do our homework because it's the easiest way for you to get quick feedback, to use the homework to practice your understanding and not have to wait for me to get all of them in to grade them and get them back to you. So it is useful for us. We just have to make sure we know how it is grading and giving us that feedback. So I'm going to do the first assignment just to show you if you've never done anything like submit multiple choice or numerically graded tests on Blackboard so you can see how it works, because there's also a chance that maybe you've never used multiple submissions, which is where it gets kind of interesting. So I'm going to click on homework 1.1 as though I'm doing it myself. You'll probably get this thing about instructions. I didn't put really any instructions other than do the test. So we are going to begin our homework. Now you'll see that it's attempt number 3, only because I did 2 attempts to show this the first time. But again, I realized I wasn't actually talking into the microphone. So forget that it says attempt number 3 for me, but we'll look at that again in a second. Here's some questions. I'm going to purposefully answer some of them incorrectly, but also answer some of them correctly. I won't tell you which are which until we get to the grading screen. 4, 4, 4, whatever the heck. I'll do that one, and 4. Okay, so I've answered those questions. Now you'll probably do a bit more work for each question. You'll notice that it is saving our answers. If I move to another thing, there's this little saved indication here. You can also force it to save if it doesn't do it automatically, kind of like an autosave in Office or Word or whatever the case is. I'm going to hit Save and Submit. Note the button right next to it that says Save All Answers. You can save your work and return back to it. Just be sure that you're saving all answers. The assignments aren't huge, so it's not a big issue, and we'll talk also how you should be working on this, another way to save your work in just a moment. So let's hit Save and Submit. We're going to hit OK. Now we cannot submit just the questions as we do them. That is one thing that is different. We have to submit all of them together. So be sure that all of your questions are answered before you hit Submit. Here's the other thing is it doesn't tell us our results right away. It gives us this screen that just says, hey, you submitted your work, and when you submitted it, and you say OK. But you have to click OK to review the results, and that's this little OK button down here. At least on my screen, it's down here. So we're going to hit OK, and then you can look at question by question which you got right and which you got wrong. Here we see I answered question 2 correct. Nailed it. Question 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I didn't. Well, those are the ones I just hit 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. Those are also the ones I want to make sure you answer correctly. So when we go back to use our second submission or our third submission or our fourth submission to try to get the most points by answering those other questions correctly, let's see what happens. So I'm going to hit OK, and it should take me back to all the homework options. I'm going to go back to homework 1 and just click on it again, hit Begin, and you'll notice that now it says, for me, it's attempt 4. I was on 3, and now I'm on 4, so I'm using another one of those attempts. I will always set the attempts to 5 for each homework assignment. You get 5 attempts in this class. So as we go down, everything is wiped clear. So I'm going to try again. Maybe just physics. We'll see. Question 2 was the one I got correct. And here I have nothing. So here's the big important thing. When I get a question correct, if I go back to use another submission to get more questions correct, I must re-answer the questions that I've already gotten correct. So I have to make note of what I did and get it back and do it like that. Now, again, if you're paying attention to what I answered, you'll see what happened here. So here I did 4 and 4 and 4 and 4 and 4 again. Here's another thing where it's different than homework that we've already used probably in something like a math class. I'm going to hit save and submit. Now in something like My Math Lab, or in physics we have Mastering Physics from Pearson, other homework systems are like this as well. It will probably recognize the same submission as not a unique submission. So here I just answered 444 on all those questions again at the end, and it doesn't remember that I used my other submission to say 44444, so it uses up one of my submissions. It's not nice in that way where it says, oh, you didn't enter anything new. More elaborate homework systems only count new submissions as another submission. Blackboard will just say you did it again and you got it wrong again. Let's see how I did. So here, oh, see now question 2 I have wrong because I didn't answer the same thing again, okay? So the big message is when you are doing your homework, keep track of what you've been doing in your notes or on a separate sheet of paper so that when you go back to do another submission, you can easily answer again the questions that you've already gotten right. You shouldn't have to think about, well, I need to rework them again. No, you already did that. You already have that. You can just put in the right answer. And when you got it wrong, you make note on your paper, this is one I have to redo, and you can redo that one. So you do have to keep track of your work while you use Blackboard. So in this video, I just wanted to point out some of those things so that we're not being taken by surprise by any of those issues. Some students have used Blackboard this way in the past. A lot of students haven't, and I wanted you to be aware of how to see your submissions to get that feedback in order to get the most points possible on your homework. Great work. Keep it up.